So now we're looking at expanding by minors, but we get to choose whatever row that we want. The issue is that we have to remember signs, they alternate by row. So with our first row, if you'll remember, it was plus, minus, plus. So with our second row, which is what I'm going to choose here because we want to use whatever is the easiest, and in this case, anytime we have a row that has a 0 in it or multiple zeros in it, that's going to make it easier because 0 times anything is 0. So we're not going to have to evaluate the minor of the 0 itself. So what we want to do is we want to expand by minors using the second row, and we're going to have to remember that that means it's going to be minus, plus, minus. So we're going to look at 0. In this case, it would be negative 0, but negative 0 is just 0. I'll go ahead and write the negative so we don't forget what sign we're supposed to be using. But negative 0 times its minor, which if we eliminate the row and column, that leaves us with negative 1, negative 3, negative 4, negative 3. It's not going to matter because we're multiplying by 0, but just so we know how we're supposed to write that out. And then plus, and then the 3 times its minor, which remember, if we eliminate the row and column that 3 is in, we're left with 2, negative 3, 3, negative 3. And then minus negative 4 times its minor, which is going to be, again, eliminate the row, eliminate the column. What are we left with? 2, negative 1, 3, negative 4. So now we evaluate each one of those. This first one, negative 0, or just 0, times whatever this is going to be 0, so we don't need to evaluate it. We can just put 0. Plus 3 times 2 times negative 3 is negative 6, minus 3 times negative 3 is negative 9, minus negative 4 becomes plus 4, times 2 times negative 4 is negative 8, minus 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. So again, we just have the 0 out front there, so this is going to end up being 3 times negative 6 minus negative 9, minus a negative becomes plus a positive, so negative 6 plus 9 is 3, plus 4 times negative 8 minus negative 3, that's plus positive 3. So negative 8 plus 3 is negative 5. And that's going to equal 9 minus 20, which equals negative 11. So again, we can expand by any row. If a row has a 0, or technically if a row has a 1, that might make it a little simpler as well, but especially if it has a 0, we want to use that row. We just have to remember that we evaluate using alternating signs by row. And the first row is plus, minus, plus, so the second row is minus, plus, minus.